The Carta Magica regional breakdown is here, and this is a lot of Despia. Don't think 30% of you guys have not smashed the crap out of that subscribe button. Smash as we get to 105,000. Your regional breakdown here for Carta Magica. We had 4 branded Despia. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 8th place. What? That is such a takeover. Where are the praying kids? Where's the virtual world? You know, where are all these other decks? They're just not here. And then we had 5th, 6th, and 7th were all Flaunderies. Once again, where's based at, you know? And then the last rogue deck is 1 pure DDD in 4th place. So that's 4 branded, 3 Flaunderies, and 1 pure DDD. What a breakdown, ladies and gentlemen. You know, some of these top contenders did not actually get the chance to compete for this regional. I think that's relatively amazing considering the turnover for this event. All right, we're going to pass it on over so you guys can get a breakdown of these deck lists. First deck list we're going to be looking at here was 1st place, and yes, we've already kind of seen this list before, but this is going to be your branded shenanigans. The one cool thing about this list is the Light Hexial Fusion with the Dragoon package is very good. I also seen that we had Sprin down here doing what Sprin does best. This deck also had some like really weird fusion targets in it from the Tyrant Burst and the Dark Lord down here. They're all just like additional super poly targets. Considering the fact you got 15 slots, if there's anything you really think you're going to need, you can come up with. But the cool thing with Tyrant Dragon is this card can attack all opponent's monsters each, and then it's unaffected by trap effects, which means against an Eldritch player, this is kind of free. But it's only got 3,400 attack points. So bad news is a big buff Golden Lord can, you know, Chad punch over this thing. So that's a big old sad right there. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, yes, this is a pretty interesting 1st place finish here. Now, 2nd place here was Nick Barnes, and you're going to get to see no DP package in here. I see we're on double Tragedy, the double Fallen of Albaz here. We are doing the Brave shenanigans in here, which is pretty good. So you get access to Link, Spider, and friends here. We do have the 1 Titanclad in here. I do know that this acts as a cool little extra super poly target, you know, for the Fallen of Albaz, plus just any big monster. Honestly, it's really up to you if you want to like explore something like this. I do like the crossout designators in here. Yeah, honestly, crossout being ability like crossout whatever sort of hand trap issues you might have seems pretty solid to me in terms of option trees. But once again, you know, the Brave package was both a hit and a miss, unfortunately, for a lot of these things. But I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing. You know, you can still have success here, and you can still turn over and do relatively well, even without crossout designators, it seems. 3rd place here is more Despia. Okay, so this version, in comparison to the rest, we have Gammas in here, which is actually going to be a very big first star here. We are not playing the Fright Fur package in here either. And, in addition, we still are maintaining the crossout designators in here, which is actually pretty cool. Because we're playing crossout designator, we are also playing the Harpy's Feather Duster in here. I don't know how I feel about that. The inclusion of Harpy's Feather Duster in here, I guess, is a very cool little tech choice, but it's going to be just that, a tech choice. We also have Relinquished Anima in here. Huh. You know, I guess being able to link out and get a comedy in the graveyard, pretty alright. I do like the inclusion of DD Crow in here as well. That can really mess up a Lubellion Shuffle Bat. Nah, just kidding. This thing does nothing to Lubellion. Yeah, really is nothing else in here that really sticks out. But once again, you got a lot of branded diversity here for you guys. Finally, some good eats. DDD. So we're playing Small World in this DDD list. This is actually kind of cool. We're playing double Pyrite, double Small World. So this will be able to do extension capabilities, what you want it to do. You already know which 0 attack monster you're going to be searching for. But the inclusion of Small World here lets you bridge the gap through your hand traps. And I do definitely see an interesting hand trap in here. You know, who needs to play Crossout Designator when you can just diversify your hand traps here and take advantage of, you know, small world shenanigans. I also see down here that we have the Dark Contract with the Eternal Darkness. Honestly, I'm pretty sure this has been like a mainstay staple for DDD decks for a little while on the side deck. Outside of that, the extra deck looks very standardized. Everything else here doesn't scream too out of the ordinary for me. So I will, yeah, we'll wrap it up at that. Yeah, DDDs, ladies and gentlemen. Didn't expect that one. 5th place Flaunderies. First of all here, this is an interesting ratio here. We are in fact playing 1 extra double prosperity with triple duality. I guess there are some points that you'll just value the draw 2 more. There's 1 dark rule. What is up with just seeing this random dark ruler no more? I get that, like, when you're playing Flaunder, oh, we're back with the double barrier statue again. You know, the last time I saw double barrier statue, it looked so weird to me. But I'm back here yet again, looking at double barrier statue, and I'm still saying the same thing. But, you know, if it's not broken, why fix it? I do think that in terms of, like, option trees and things for this deck, this is probably one of your best cards. So having access to the second one doesn't really surprise me, considering the players do want to see more ratios. Oh boy, here we go, another Flaunder list. So this would be our 6th place finish for this regional. We're playing 1 Stormwind, double M-Pen with the 1 Apex with the 1 Ryza. This build opted to fully extend out here and do the triple Dark Ruler No More. So once again, you do see, ladies and gentlemen, the differences in Dark Ruler No Mores. But I guess the main thing I want to point out here is some sort of combination of Dark Ruler No Mores is acceptable in this deck at this point in time. And also these Harpy's Featherstorms here being very, very straightforward, honestly. If you see this card, you should have a very good matchup. And I know in the past a lot of these builds would side this card because they don't want to see it in some of the offshoot matchups. But to be honest with you, just being able to see this card and just blank an opponent's entire turn seems really, really free to me. Alright, next up here, there are differences between these Flunder lists. So I do want to point this out. You're probably looking at this and you're like, wait a minute, what just happened there? The main and the side deck for 6th and 7th place is the exact same. The real changes came down into what was going on in the extra deck. Now, Flunder is definitely a list that you'll be able to kind of do a little bit more with in terms of changes here. And, you know, this build was pushing for more of, like, the prosperities and the dualities. I do think the cool thing is, once you're, like, heading forward into, you know, building this deck, if you're a budget player, extravs work beautifully. The only thing that sucks is, like, your extra deck will have to be more like 2 to 3 ofs, so you're going to lose some of those random diversity trees, but that's actually fine. I also heard, and I got to give a shout out here to Mystic Mine, from what I heard, Mystic Mine actually kind of tore through some of the competition at the upper tables, so that's definitely something kind of funny. All right, mine doing its job. Next up is our other brand of the list. Oh man, this build here is meaning Cosmic Cyclones. We are not playing the crossout designators in this package, which means that we weren't super fearful of some of the higher things here. I also see that Drone Lockbirds actually came up in this matchup here. It's actually kind of cool. This build is a lot more hand-trapped out of its mind. Holy crap. You have Gammas and the drivers down here. This person for 7th place knew what they wanted to do, and they said, we're going to just hand-trap engine, roll with it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day here, this 4 Despia decks squeaking on into a top 8 finish. If that doesn't tell you, like, the amount of power creep and things that are really present in this format, it's absolutely amazing. I have one more list for you guys here. This was 10th place. This is Based. Now, I'm glad to see that Based is still functioning here. Blaze sent me this list and was like, I love your channel, please include this. I was like, all right, cool. So straight off the bat here, is there anything crazy about this? I don't see a lot that sticks out to me. I do like the inclusion of the little punk engine in here. Mare is very, very standardized. The double crossout designator is pretty nice, considering your entire deck can be one giant walking, talking negate, so that you can do what you want to do. But truthfully, it's just that, ladies and gentlemen. This is the pile of cards that has been one of the more devastating strategies as of late in the TCG. So, that is your breakdown for the Carta Magica Regional. Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. And I will see your beautiful faces back here later in the day with some more cool, awesome content. Peace out, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.